Street.
Hey, look.
Stock as we have Raymond Nance out of Hinkley, Ohio. How many Chevrolet fans do we have out there? Your guys in the silver lane, Scott Legerson, out of Wilmington, Illinois, the 2023 Capo Chevrolet Cobra.
Guys, we are at drag racing.
Right now, versus Scott.
Only for the deck.
It isn't a surprise. These four
Next
cars
is the check.
are separated by 4/100ths of a second. 6:55.7. Jay, 6:56.6. 6:59.1 for Dallas Glenn. That is a tight foursome. And that is the beauty of Pro Stock. But it is going to be Erica Enders versus Jake Coughlin Jr. and Greg Anderson and Dallas Glenn for round two, the final round of Pro Stock. And with that, Rob, we're going to go to one of the most entertaining vehicles ever built for a dragster. And I'll tell you, I grew up at this racetrack. Much like you, but different aspects. I got to watch stuff. We were too busy working. The thing I really appreciate, I kind of learned my appreciation for these jet cars. Your dad had a lot of effort back in the early days of the Iron Department to make sure we always had a killer jet show. And the tradition continues as we go on. It's always the best of the best out here. riding side by side. As we see them getting ready to go through the process of getting these hot rods started up. Again, it is a process, whole different animals. Then the fueler. Got to hold it. On the summertime racetrack.
So, I missed this scene, so when I was sitting in this car, the door fell off. I'm up in
Lady, you better find a number 4 or 5 or 6. Now remember, it's based on ET. Mile an hour is sexy, but the elapsed time is what qualifies you.
Nope.
And you're right.
They got him off the racetrack. There's something wrong with this
Esposito
car.
goes
Probably
to the
like
bottom. Scott Holdridge, number 1 qualifier. This is a very compelling matchup, and it's compelling because the beast from the east is the guy you would think that is going to be in that final with Scotty B. That is the way we were, that was the trajectory the last couple of years, and it didn't happen. So you're thinking, okay, Scotty's there, and just waiting for Ernie Bowe. But the X factor is the wicked sensation of Dawn Perdue. They have been going really, really fast. Dawn Perdue is hearing about Scotty Heath and Ernie Bowe. Dawn Perdue wants to kind of push them aside and establish herself. And we have not had a dominant female in jet dragster since Aggie Hendricks. Well, you're right. More recently, Jill Canuso. Elaine Larson, Jill Canuso, but the dominator was, well, Aggie then it became Jill when she was driving for Al Hanna, and then she stepped away, and so, you know, Dawn Perdue is thinking, this is my time. They run big numbers and they text me ET slips. See, I ran this last night. So I know that Dawn Perdue wants, in the worst way, to be in that North American Jet Car Championship final round. Scotty Heath laid down the big number. Now here we go. The beast from the east, Ernie Bowe, Connecticut native, and from Oxford, miles an hour, Don Purdue. 5:30. At 297 miles an hour, so Scotty Holdridge. Fire, Ernie Bogue, number 2, Don Purdue, number 3, Neil Esposito, number 4. And I got to tell you, I expected to see 20s across the board. I'm a little surprised, but the marquee matchup is going to be Ernie Bogue and Scott Holdridge. They are separated by about 1/100th of a second. Remember, what did I say an eye blink was? 1/100th of a second. That separates an eye blink. That separates Scott Holdridge from Ernie Bogue. We need Sportsman and Superbike. Sportsman and Superbike. Got to get you paired up into the rear staging. Superbike.
I bet
And
those
Sportsman for
is
the
that
Old
a
Rock
jet
Super
truck?
Series Elite. Need you here? Need
Got
you
a
now?
jet
Come
truck
on,
the other
rear
day.
stage, get paired up here. Semifinals in front of 40,000 fans.
You probably, for a jet truck, you probably need 2 jet engines. That's what you need.
Bill, there's a game in drag racing and jet car racing. And in jet racing in general. The last name is Profit. And the name is legendary in the early days of drag racing. And Aiden Profit bringing out one of the most radical jet vehicles on the planet. The Hot Streak 257 Chevy pickup. 2 jet engines on the back of it.
It looks like smoke. Like,
This thing is
when it comes to
absolute
those
animal.
cars, guys, it gets really smoky.
Again, there is a lot of work to get this thing fired up and going, but once it's going, it's going to move the wind and some motor stuff behind it. If you're kind of in that direct path behind there, it's probably going to get warm here shortly. And it's not just one motor that they have to bring to life. They have to bring to life a pair of motors. And not only do they have to bring to life a pair of motors, but they then have to sync them up. Think about that. That's the thing that's always got me about when we see the multiple vehicles that we see the one with every 2 or maybe 3 on the back. Getting them to work together in unison so one is working only too hard. Well, I mean, if you think about it, if they're not in perfect sync, it's going to, the motor, the dominant motor, is going to push the car in the opposite direction. So they have to be, there is the flag.
703. That's how fast he is. Can you believe that? That would be 7.500.
80 mile an hour.
7. How much?
187.
27. 100 or
187
187
miles per hour.
miles. 187 miles per hour. That guy's fast. But look at all the smoke in this. Wait, no, it's not a light. That's the moon.
You see something coming up you know what? I see some flames down there. Folks, there is something coming from the top end of the racetrack, and he is up on 2 wheels.
What happened? Is there a wreck? Did a wreck happen?
It's the mystery machine.
Oh, the mystery machine? The Scooby-Doo machine! I know you guys like Scooby-Doo. I got that over here.
Silas, you're going to get a ride in the bullet machine. Yeah, I'd be very afraid too. When I talked to him, he says, I said, how far down did you take it? He said, far enough. He said, no. He was well said.
Come on now.
Breaks out, folks. He's going to have to go.
I missed it. E-Town driver in the red Nova, Mr. on the Ohio Jet side.
No, it doesn't. As he's wheeling.
winner.
Fun one.
796 miles per hour.
Oh, there's a gap he punched down